Oh man, this is great! The most evil man in town is in our power! If we're gonna be brutally honest, that drawing you made of me when you were 3 was far from a perfect likeness! Oh my god, that's shattering!
The Simpsons has long been known for its uncanny ability to predict the future, often to the point where fans are left scratching their heads in disbelief. From political events to technological advancements, the show seems to have a knack for forecasting what's to come. So, what does the show have in store for us now that a new year has dawned? Well, a lot actually, and it's going to blow your mind. Here are all the Simpsons predictions for 2025. This is a scary future indeed, if we don't act smartly. Anyway, let's get started. Number 20. The Los Angeles Fires. The recent Los Angeles fires have been all over the news. These infernos, fueled by relentless heat waves, dry conditions, and strong winds, tear through communities with terrifying speed, consuming homes, businesses, and entire landscapes. Neighborhoods once alive with activity are reduced to ash, and iconic Californian vistas transform into apocalyptic scenes of charred forests and smoldering ruins. The destruction extends beyond material loss as thousands are displaced, lives are upended, and ecosystems suffer irreparable damage. But what if we were to say that The Simpsons actually predicted this? Well, yes, that's no exaggeration. In A Serious Flanders, a 2-part episode from season 33 of The Simpsons, a billionaire's son uses a space laser to wreak havoc on Springfield, causing widespread destruction, fires, and the obliteration of the iconic Springfield sign. While this episode satirically explores themes of unchecked technological power and its potential for catastrophic consequences, one can take the space laser as a metaphor for climate change. Doing so shows us that the parallels to the Los Angeles fires are simply undeniable. Scared? Well, just hold on. There are many other predictions from where that came. Some uplifting, others nightmarish. Let's move on. Number 19. Trump as president. Twice. Yes, you heard that right. The Simpsons predicted that Trump would become president not once, but twice. In the 2000 episode Bart to the Future, Lisa Simpson assumes the presidency, tasked with navigating the aftermath of a financial crisis left behind by her predecessor, Donald Trump. At the time, Trump was a flashy real estate mogul and a larger-than-life figure in popular culture, far removed from the political realm. This was intended as an offhand joke, but it took on a life of its own when Trump actually won the 2016 election. But that's not all. In a later episode, Homer strolls past a sign reading Trump 2024, a detail that initially seemed like another layer of political humor. However, the scene gained renewed significance when Trump officially declared his candidacy for the 2024 presidential election on November 15, 2022. And by now you probably know how this story ends. Yes, Trump is president once more. Well, we can't say that The Simpsons didn't let us know in advance. Number 18. Cars in the Sky. The concept of flying cars has long been a fixture of human imagination, finding its place in literature, cinema, and television. The Simpsons also showed us what these cars could be in the 2005 episode Future Drama. This particular episode takes Bart and Lisa on a whirlwind adventure into the year 2013, courtesy of one of Professor Frink's eccentric inventions. In this version of the future, flying cars are depicted as a mundane reality, zooming effortlessly through the skies as common as compact cars on today's highways. When the episode aired, the thought of flying cars gracing city skylines was little more than a pipe dream. By 2013, the world wasn't bustling with airborne vehicles. Instead, we were reveling in the rise of social media trends, quirky fads like adult onesies, and the meme culture that defined an era. Fast forward to today, and the very concept is taking shape in research labs, startup incubators, and aviation hubs worldwide. What once felt like a distant dream now inches closer to our reality. Over the last decade, numerous companies have entered the race to build flying cars, blending engineering prowess with visionary ambition. Hyundai, for instance, teamed up with Uber to explore the potential of aerial ride-sharing. Meanwhile, smaller innovators and startups have taken bold steps to bridge the gap between fiction and functionality. One company making significant strides is Samsung Sky, whose revolutionary flying car, the Switchblade, made headlines in December 2023. This groundbreaking vehicle successfully took to the skies, reaching an altitude of 500 feet in its maiden flight. What sets the Switchblade apart is its dual-purpose design. It transitions seamlessly between road travel and flight, eliminating the need for separate modes of transportation. Despite such advancements, flying cars remain at the intersection of possibility and challenge. The road, or air, toward their widespread adoption, is fraught with technical, economic, and regulatory hurdles. Safety concerns, infrastructure requirements, and the need for clear air traffic management systems present significant obstacles. Yet, the progress being made is undeniable, with companies refining their designs and tackling challenges head-on. It's only a matter of time, though. Flying cars will be the new norm soon enough. Speaking of the new norm, you're going to love this next one. Number 17. Apple Vision Pro. In a 2016 episode of The Simpsons, the show introduced a futuristic headset that allowed users to explore alternate realities and experience activities without physically engaging in them. Sounds familiar? Well, because this perfectly describes the Apple Vision Pro. The device in the episode provided users with the ability to immerse themselves in digital environments, interact with virtual spaces, and perform tasks effortlessly, much like the Apple Vision Pro. This groundbreaking mixed reality headset, which integrates both augmented and virtual reality, was designed to transform the way we interact with technology, enabling users to blend the digital and physical worlds in ways previously thought to be impossible. What's especially remarkable about this moment in The Simpsons is how it presciently anticipated the development of such a device years before the Apple Vision Pro was unveiled. The immersive experience portrayed in the episode mirrors many of the features and aspirations of current augmented and virtual reality technology. The fictional headset from The Simpsons not only captured the essence of these emerging technologies, but also hinted at how they might evolve to become integral to our daily lives. This is yet another fascinating reminder of how The Simpsons continues to be ahead of its time. Or maybe they can see the future. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but you have to admit it, it's uncanny. Number 16. Baby Translator. Deciphering a baby's cries has been a universal struggle for parents and caregivers throughout history. Whether the cry signals hunger, exhaustion, discomfort, or simply a desire for attention, not knowing for certain often leads to frustration and helplessness. Well, The Simpsons predicted a solution long before there was such a thing. The baby translator, as it was called in the series, hilariously turned infant wails into comprehensible speech. What once seemed like an outlandish concept meant for comedic relief now feels eerily plausible in an era driven by technological breakthroughs. Researchers are now training artificial intelligence systems to analyze infant vocalizations and decoding patterns in pitch, duration, and intensity to discern a baby's specific needs. We now know that a baby's cries are not random, but purposeful and patterned. For instance, a cry for hunger is typically rhythmic and escalating, while cries of discomfort may be sharper and more abrupt. AI-powered devices are being designed to recognize and categorize these variations, giving caregivers real-time insights into what their baby might be trying to communicate. Companies are already bringing this concept closer to reality. Some developers have introduced smartphone apps equipped with machine learning algorithms trained on databases of infant cries. These apps can analyze the nuances of a baby's vocalizations and provide probable explanations, be it hunger, fatigue, pain, or even boredom. Others are developing standalone devices that integrate sound analysis with visual cues, such as facial expressions and body movements. The implications of such a device are profound. For parents, especially first-timers, the uncertainty of interpreting cries could be significantly reduced, leading to faster and more effective responses. The concept also extends beyond convenience. In neonatal care units, where premature and vulnerable infants often require meticulous attention, a baby translator could provide nurses and doctors with critical insights into an infant's well-being. While the concept of a baby translator is still in its infancy, pun intended, the progress being made highlights just how quickly technology is catching up to our imaginations. Advances in sound pattern analysis, coupled with AI's ability to process vast amounts of data, suggest that such tools may not be far from becoming mainstream. Although no technology can replicate the nuanced instincts of a parent, these innovations could serve as invaluable aids, particularly for those struggling with the steep learning curve of caring for an infant. However, not all Simpsons predictions are uplifting, as is the case with this next one. Number 15. FIFA corruption scandal. In 2015, the world of football was rocked by a massive corruption scandal involving FIFA, exposing the deeply ingrained bribery and misconduct within the sport's governing body. Interestingly, The Simpsons had eerily predicted this very issue years earlier. In the episode You Don't Have to Live Like a Referee, Homer Simpson is recruited to become a World Cup referee. Known for his honesty, Homer finds himself approached by a corrupt soccer official who offers him a bribe to fix matches. Homer, staying true to his values, refuses the bribe, humorously portraying the corruption lurking within the world of football. Fast forward to 2015, and the real-life scandal erupted, with top FIFA officials arrested on charges of bribery, racketeering, and money laundering. Investigations revealed a long history of unethical practices, including vote buying for World Cup hosting rights and kickbacks from lucrative marketing deals. The fallout was immense, with FIFA's president Sepp Blatter resigning under mounting pressure and promises of reform aimed at restoring trust in the organization. The Simpsons episode, in this case, reminds us of the pervasive nature of corruption and the importance of integrity within sports governing bodies. Shocking, right? Well, this next one is far scarier. Number 14. AI turns against humanity. The meteoric rise of artificial intelligence is reshaping our reality in profound ways, blending wonder with unease. Once a concept confined to the realms of science fiction, AI has now entered every facet of our lives, from automating monotonous tasks to driving advancements in fields like healthcare, finance, and entertainment. Yet, as AI grows increasingly sophisticated, so do concerns about its potential to disrupt societal norms, amplify inequalities, and, in worst-case scenarios, pose existential risks. This delicate balance between promise and peril was humorously, yet hauntingly captured in The Simpsons. In a 2016 episode titled The Marge Ian Chronicles, the family visits a futuristic theme park staffed entirely by robots. Initially a marvel of technology, the park descends into chaos when the AI-powered staff malfunctions, turning against the visitors. However, beneath the comedic surface lies a narrative that aligns uncannily with some of the most urgent discussions in the AI community today. The portrayal of robots running amok mirrors the fears surrounding AI systems becoming uncontrollable. As researchers work to develop artificial general intelligence, which is capable of reasoning and problem-solving at or beyond human levels, one can't help but ask, what happens if these systems deviate from their intended goals? The episode also touches on another pressing issue: the rapid automation of labor. Today, AI is automating tasks across industries such as manufacturing, logistics, and even creative fields like content generation and design. While this boosts productivity and reduces operational costs, it simultaneously threatens to render certain jobs obsolete, potentially widening the gap between socioeconomic classes. Experts warn that without proactive measures, such as reskilling programs, universal basic income, or regulations to ensure equitable distribution of AI's benefits, economic inequality could deepen, creating societal unrest. Beyond the risks of rogue AI, the episode underscores a broader philosophical question. What role should humanity play in a world increasingly dominated by machines? As AI begins to surpass human capabilities in areas such as data analysis, language processing, and even creativity, it challenges our understanding of human uniqueness. Could we reach a point where humans feel redundant in their own world? And if so, how do we redefine our purpose in the age of intelligent machines? The Simpsons has a long history of making satirical predictions, from smartwatches to autocorrect fails, many of which have come to pass. The depiction of rogue AI is not just another far-fetched gag, but a reflection of genuine anxieties. Well, let's give your heart a rest and move on to something less disturbing. Number 13. Disney acquires Fox. In the 2000 episode, Bart to the Future, a brief sight gag showed a sign reading 20th Century Fox, a division of Walt Disney Co. At the time, it was just a playful commentary on Disney's expanding media empire, and the potential for major mergers to reshape Hollywood. However, in 2019, this satirical gag became a reality when the Walt Disney Company completed its $71.3 billion acquisition of 21st Century Fox, gaining control over iconic properties like The Simpsons, Avatar, and the X-Men franchise. Through the purchase of Fox, Disney expanded its influence over major film franchises, acquired a controlling stake in Hulu to bolster its streaming portfolio alongside Disney+, and added an extensive library of television shows. Although The Simpsons didn't predict the exact details of the acquisition, the episode showed a deep understanding of industry trends. The joke wasn't merely about Disney's potential to acquire Fox, but also a satire on the broader trend of media consolidation, a force that would come to define much of the entertainment landscape in the years that followed. Number 12. Mars colonization. When it comes to forecasting humanity's future, The Simpsons has an uncanny ability to capture ideas that once seemed absurd, but are steadily becoming plausible. For example, in a standout episode, Lisa Simpson is chosen to participate in a pioneering mission to establish a sustainable settlement on the Red Planet. The story quickly spirals into delightful chaos when Marge, apprehensive about Lisa embarking on such a perilous adventure alone, decides to join her. Before long, the entire Simpson family enlists for the mission, transforming the groundbreaking endeavor into a quintessentially absurd family affair. The episode hilariously portrays the logistical and psychological hurdles of such a venture. Although the initial goal is to reach Mars by 2026, persistent delays push the mission's completion to 2051. Upon finally arriving, Lisa surprises everyone by expressing her desire to visit Venus next. While this storyline offers plenty of laughs, its underlying premise mirrors humanity's genuine aspirations for interplanetary exploration, particularly the ambitious efforts championed by Elon Musk and SpaceX. Musk's vision of establishing a self-sustaining colony on Mars, coupled with SpaceX's timeline of targeting manned missions in the mid-2020s, strikingly parallels the timeline initially imagined in The Simpsons. Beyond SpaceX and NASA, international space agencies are also contributing to humanity's Mars ambitions. The European Space Agency, China's CNSA, and Russia's Roscosmos have undertaken pivotal Mars research initiatives, from sending rovers to analyze the planet's surface to studying its atmosphere and assessing its potential to support life. These endeavors are unlocking new insights into Mars' suitability as humanity's second home. Interestingly, the episode's recurring delays also humorously underscore the reality that ambitious space missions often require meticulous planning and adjustment, with timelines frequently extending far beyond initial projections, as is the case with Mars too. Number 11. The Barbie movie and the arrest of Donald Trump. The release of the Barbie movie in July 2023 captivated audiences worldwide, blending vibrant colors, nostalgic charm, and bold social commentary. Yet, this cinematic event was overshadowed by an entirely contrasting headline: the arrest of former US President Donald Trump. Wait a minute, there's no way, absolutely no way, that something as specific and coincidental as this could have been predicted. Well, it was. In the episode The Full Monty, a newscaster casually mentions Donald Trump's arrest before seamlessly transitioning to discuss the release of a highly anticipated movie, Malibu Stacy, a parody of Barbie. What was intended as a satirical commentary on the absurdities of media coverage became an almost prophetic reflection of reality, once again showcasing The Simpsons' uncanny ability to capture the intersection of cultural moments and the media's handling of them. Or was it an actual prediction? Well, the coincidences just keep on piling. One has to believe that something out of the ordinary is going on. Well, in any case, let's keep moving. Number 10. Confined to a dome. Could the government ever isolate us beneath a massive dome to control our consumption and behavior? Well, The Simpsons movie predicted that this could indeed happen. This was back in 2007. In the film, Springfield is encased under an enormous glass dome, a drastic measure by the government to contain the town's environmental recklessness. Sealed off entirely from the outside world, the town descends into chaos as its residents grapple with the suffocating isolation and the loss of their freedoms. If one looks beyond the comedy, one can see a sobering commentary on environmental neglect, authoritarian control, and the delicate balance between communal responsibility and individual liberty. Fast forward to the present, and the idea of such control, while still extreme, doesn't feel as absurd as it once might have. With escalating concerns over climate change, resource depletion, and unsustainable consumption patterns, governments and societies are increasingly confronted with the need to regulate resources more stringently. In a future where resources like water, energy, and food become critically scarce, the notion of confining populations to tightly controlled zones with strict consumption limits could become a reality. Advances in technology could make such scenarios plausible, enabling the creation of highly regulated environments that optimize resource use, but at the expense of personal freedoms. Recent history offers glimpses of how governments might justify such measures. For example, the widespread lockdowns during the COVID-19 pandemic demonstrated the feasibility of imposing large-scale restrictions on movement and behavior in the name of public safety. Similarly, natural disasters and environmental crises have prompted the temporary isolation of regions to manage resources and prevent greater harm. The dome, when taken as a metaphor, embodies growing fears about government overreach, environmental catastrophe, and the erosion of personal autonomy. Yet, rather than succumbing to paranoia about these scenarios, the film offers a humorous but insightful nudge toward proactive solutions. By prioritizing sustainability, advocating for transparency in governance, and fostering innovation that benefits humanity as a whole, we can work to prevent such conditions. Number 9. World War III. In one episode of The Simpsons, Homer Simpson is seen preparing his family for a nuclear war, armed with survival tactics and an absurdly grim outlook on the future. Another segment imagines a global conflict with exaggerated comedic elements, but even within the humor, one can see the truth about the fragility of peace in a world fraught with discord. The show has already made several eerily accurate predictions, one of which included a depiction of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. In an episode, a cryptic conversation suggests Russia feigning peace while secretly plotting a resurgence, mirroring the Ukraine war we see now. As the world faces political instability, economic competition, and ideological clashes, the specter of a global conflict remains a serious concern. While The Simpsons often uses humor to address weighty issues, their portrayal of World War III is a reason for concern. Number 8. The shift to clean energy sources. In episode 582 of The Simpsons, Lisa Simpson creates a solar-powered car to compete in the alternative energy derby. The storyline begins with optimism, celebrating Lisa's unwavering commitment to environmentalism and innovation. However, the narrative takes a grim turn when a corporate firm dispatches a blimp to block the sun, sabotaging her solar car and turning her moment of triumph into public humiliation. One can peek beyond the surface and see that there's a lot of truth to the whole thing. Lisa's solar-powered car embodies humanity's creativity and determination to transition to a cleaner, more sustainable future. Once dismissed as unrealistic dreams, technologies like solar-powered vehicles, high-efficiency solar panels, and advanced battery systems are now becoming integral to the fight against climate change. The blimp obstructing the sun can be seen as a metaphor for the numerous ways in which fossil fuel corporations resist change, whether it's through lobbying to influence policies, funding misinformation campaigns to sow doubt about the effectiveness of renewables, or exploiting bureaucratic delays to slow the transition. These entities have historically acted as roadblocks. But beyond its satire and metaphors, this episode is a call to action. Number 7. Self-driving cars. In the episode The Days of the Future, The Simpsons show us a self-driving car malfunctioning, ignoring a passenger's urgent request for a restroom stop. While the scene is comedic, it raises serious questions about the reliability and limitations of autonomous vehicles. In reality, self-driving cars are no longer a distant dream. Companies like Tesla, Waymo, and Uber have been developing autonomous driving technology for years, promising a safer and more efficient future for transportation. These vehicles use advanced AI, sensors, and machine learning to navigate roads, avoid obstacles, and ensure passenger safety. However, even the most advanced technology is not infallible. Malfunctions, unexpected scenarios, and the unpredictable behavior of other drivers remain significant challenges for self-driving systems. The scenario of a malfunctioning self-driving car is not far-fetched. Despite the impressive advancements in the field, real-world incidents have already highlighted the potential dangers of autonomous driving technology. From vehicles failing to recognize pedestrians to software glitches causing accidents, these challenges show us that there is a need for rigorous testing and fail-safe mechanisms to ensure safety. Number 6. The pandemic prediction. The Osaka flu subplot from Season 4 is yet another example of the show's scary predictions. In this 1993 episode, Springfield receives a shipment of juicers from Osaka, Japan. Unknown to the residents, these juicers harbor a dangerous stowaway, the flu virus. The infection originates from a sick worker at the Osaka packaging plant, whose cough contaminates the shipment. As the juicers make their way into Springfield homes, the Osaka flu spreads with alarming speed, infecting the entire town. This is a fairly insightful take on disease transmission through global trade, much like in the cases of outbreaks like SARS, H1N1, and COVID-19. What's particularly remarkable is how the subplot highlights the interconnected nature of modern society. The flu's journey from a factory in Japan to the homes of Springfield serves as a metaphor for the vulnerabilities inherent in global trade and travel. Today, the speed at which people and goods move across borders means that a local health issue can escalate into an international crisis. This theme resonates strongly in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, which underscored how easily diseases can spread across continents. Equally prescient is the portrayal of Springfield's response to the outbreak. The townspeople's reaction, ranging from mass hysteria to misinformation, mirrors real-world behavior during health crises. Panic buying, fear-driven rumors, and the spread of misinformation were all hallmarks of the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic, and The Simpsons captured these dynamics decades earlier with its signature humor. In hindsight, the Osaka flu feels less like a quirky storyline and more like an eerily accurate reflection of our world's fragility in the face of pandemics. It exemplifies how The Simpsons has not only entertained, but also provided sharp social commentary that continues to resonate decades after it first aired. Number 5. Hologram technology. In the episode Bart to the Future, Bart Simpson receives a holographic message inviting his band to perform at a club. The depiction of holograms as a common communication and entertainment tool feels less like science fiction and more like a glimpse into our near future. While The Simpsons presented this as a casual aspect of their futuristic world, it aligns with ongoing developments in holography. Companies are actively working on portable holographic devices, and advancements in augmented reality and virtual reality are paving the way for such innovations to become mainstream. The idea of holograms replacing smartphones might not be as far-fetched as it seems. With the rise of wearable devices, AI integration, and advancements in compact projection technology, it's possible that holographic interfaces could become the next evolution in communication. Such technology would eliminate the need for screens, allowing us to interact with data and media in three-dimensional space. Shocking, right? Well, take a look at this next one. Number 4. Mind control through music. In the episode, Bart, Nelson, Milhouse, and Ralph are recruited to form a boy band called Party Posse, a playful parody of the pop music industry. What starts as a light-hearted jab soon takes a sinister turn when their hit song, Drop da Bomb, becomes a vehicle for military recruitment. The episode's twist comes when the boy band's music video features a cryptic chant, Ivan ate Nioj. Lisa Simpson discovers, however, that when the phrase is reversed, it reads, Join the Navy. The song, initially seen as a fun anthem, is revealed to be a subliminal recruitment tool for the US Navy. While this revelation is exaggerated for comedic effect, it touches on a more serious issue: the ways in which entertainment can be used as a subtle form of persuasion, often without the audience's awareness. This storyline is not just a satirical take on the pop music industry, but a reflection of real-world tactics where entertainment intersects with persuasion. During the Second World War, for example, governments used songs and entertainment to galvanize public support for the war effort. The episode also draws attention to the long-standing controversy surrounding hidden messages in media. From the backmasking debates of the 1980s, where musicians were accused of embedding subliminal messages in their music, to the more recent concerns about advertising, The notion that music or visuals could influence behavior has long captivated and unsettled audiences. These hidden messages, often disguised within seemingly harmless content, highlight the growing concern over the power of media to shape opinions and manipulate audiences, especially when they are not well informed. Number 3. Swallowed by a black hole. In one unforgettable episode, The Simpsons portrays a scenario where a small black hole inexplicably appears on Earth. Initially dismissed as harmless, the black hole begins to grow ominously as objects, and later people, are tossed into it. Eventually, the black hole becomes so massive that it consumes everything around it. Scientists have long theorized about the potential of micro-black holes, which could hypothetically form under extreme conditions, such as during high-energy particle collisions. Though no black hole is expected to appear on Earth anytime soon, the mere possibility of such an event sparks equal parts curiosity and dread. In reality, objects consumed by a black hole face spaghettification or being stretched to oblivion by gravitational forces. Moreover, the discovery of a nearby black hole in 2020, just 1,000 light-years away, made headlines as the closest known black hole to Earth. While this distance is safely outside any immediate threat zone, it serves as a reminder of how little we understand about these cosmic behemoths. Could a black hole ever appear closer? Number 2. Ivanka Trump as president. In an episode of The Simpsons that aired in October 2016, the show made a seemingly casual reference that has since raised intriguing questions about the future of American politics. During one scene, Homer Simpson is seen wearing a campaign button that reads, Ivanka 2028. Could the show have been hinting at Ivanka Trump's potential run for president? While it's impossible to say with certainty whether Ivanka Trump will one day run for president or even win, the timing of the episode can't be overlooked. The show didn't just foresee her father's presidency, it also suggested the possibility that his daughter could one day step into a similar role, sparking a conversation about political dynasties and the future of America. Number 1. Nuclear apocalypse. The Simpsons has always been known for its wild and often absurd storylines, but when it comes to apocalyptic predictions, the show has had a surprisingly chilling way of touching on the dark side of global crises. In one particularly eerie episode titled Homer the Great, a seemingly harmless joke about a nuclear disaster turns out to be much more than just a gag. The plot revolves around a secret society planning for a nuclear catastrophe. While it might have seemed like a far-fetched storyline at the time, the idea of powerful groups manipulating global events for their own agenda hits too close to home today. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Did you like this video? If you did, please consider liking, dropping a comment, and hitting the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on our new uploads. Also, don't miss this video you see on your screen right now. It's truly unbelievable.